Hello, and welcome to episode 6 of the Warrior Way Network. I'm Taylor Arns.
And I'm McKenna Stevens. Here's Taylor with a story on the choir.
The Crofton High School Choir, under the direction of Katie Kleinschmidt, will sing the national anthem at the start of the University of South Dakota Lady Coyotes game on December 9th at 1 in the Sanford Coyotes Sports Center. This is the second time the choir will be singing at a USD game. Sydney Tramp commented that she is very excited to be able to enjoy such a great opportunity and spend it with the choir. The Coyotes have a connection with the Crofton High School because 2 members on the team are hometown natives, Allison and Monica Arns. This choir is really looking forward to the opportunity. Kaylee Cook comments that she views it as a positive experience that will be both educational and fun. Overall, she's very excited for the experience. She thinks that it will be very exciting to be in the environment itself.
Next up, we have Zach with a post-game report on the girls' basketball season opener.
The Crofton Lady Warriors basketball team jumped out early against Hartington Cedar Catholic to start off the season. The Trojans ended Crofton's season last year, and the Warriors have been waiting to answer back. The Warriors put up 17 points in the first quarter over Hartington Cedar Catholic's 4. Crofton led at half, 35-15. Cedar made a run in the third quarter, outscoring the Warriors 17-10. with Crofton still leading 45-32. The Trojans came within 5, but that's all Cedar could do. Crofton won the game 60-47. Lacey Sprockle tallied 17 points on the night, followed by Raya Ostermeyer with 14. Ostermeyer and Kaylee Ingram led the team in steals with 4 each. Sprockle came down with 13 rebounds to lead the Warriors to the victory over the Trojans.
And now we have McKenna with a story on this year's increase in high school enrollment.
This year, Crofton High School has gained 13 new students in 7th through 12th grade. This is a surge in enrollment compared to the usual 2 to 3 new students in a year. This school year, the total enrollment of Crofton High School is 184 students, as opposed to 172 in the 2017-18 school year. The average enrollment at CHS from the 2014-15 school year to the 2017-18 school year was 176. Principal Johnny Ostermeyer comments that this year in particular, we have had quite a few new students. Families are choosing to send their kids here, which shows that Crofton's education is excellent.
Next, we have the weekly Meet the Teacher with Wayne.
Hi, I'm Wayne Bilko with the Warrior Way Network, and this is Meet the Teacher with Miss Pack. So, Miss Pack, your job is new here at Crofton. What are your roles?
Well, 3/4 of the time, I help lead and support technology integration in the classroom at both the high school and the elementary school. The other quarter of the time, I work in the special ed department, where I teach an 8th grade math and English block.
How has your teaching experience been at CHS so far?
I really feel blessed to have the opportunity to lead Crofton teachers and students as they integrate technology into their learning. Everyone's done an amazing job just jumping in and figuring out the new workflow especially. Our teachers and students have been very open and creative.
Okay, so Ms. Pack, where'd you grow up?
Well, I lived in Ponca, Nebraska until I was 4. Then my family moved to Urbandale, Iowa.
And then where did you attend college and high school? And then did you participate in any activities in high school or college?
Good question. I attended Urbandale High School and graduated from there. And in there, I was a swimmer and diver. I received my bachelor's from Wayne State and my master's from Doane University. I also have an associate's in assistive technology.
What class is most interesting for you to teach and why?
Oh, any class that involves video creation is a way to let students show what they know. Something magical happens when you let students be creative together. They start communicating, collaborating, solving problems, and above all, being creative.
What are your goals for next semester?
So many goals, but I do want to continue the iPad boot camp and develop more on-demand training for both students and teachers so that they can have training whenever they want. I also want to get into the classroom more to help support teachers and students trying new things for the first time, or if they just need a helping hand, kind of like the Warrior Way News, right? Okay, but we're just scratching the surface of the new learning possibilities with our iPads, so I just want to help each teacher figure out what those possibilities are for their curriculum.
So if you're going to be a teacher, what occupation would you have chosen?
Oh, I would probably stick within the educational or assistive technology field in some way. I want to be a part of how it's changing the core of education today.
What are some obstacles you've had with teaching so far that you've had to overcome?
Well, early in my career, the biggest obstacle was inaccessible learning materials for my students who struggled with the printed word on paper. Technology is something today that can help overcome that obstacle, and probably one of my biggest goals over the last 20 years.
What advice would you give to new teachers?
Oh, I would say do one new thing at a time and then refine it in some way. Also, let your students show what they know in creative ways. And don't be afraid to be bold. If you have an idea, try it out.
Ms. Pack, do you have any hidden talents or hobbies?
Oh, I love editing video, if you guys don't already know that, especially green screen projects. Your imagination can kind of just go wild, especially with the sets and some of the digital props that we throw in there.
Do you have any interesting stories about class?
Yes, but thankfully we have blooper reels for those. But everyone will have to wait and tune in to the Warrior Way news season finale in 2 weeks to see them.
Thank you for the interview, Ms. Pack.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
For Monday, there's a school board meeting at 5:30, followed by a high school Christmas concert at 7.
Then on Tuesday, the JV boys basketball team will face Cedar at 6:15 in the Crofton High School gym. The varsity boys will follow at 7:30. Good luck and beat Cedar.
On Wednesday, the junior high boys and girls will begin their season against Niobrara Verdigris at 2:30. The girls will play at the high school. The girls' A team will play first, followed by the B team. The boys will play one game at the elementary.
On Thursday, December 13th, there will be a freshman girls basketball game at Cedar at 4. The freshman boys will follow at 5. Then at 7, there will be an elementary Christmas concert in the elementary school gym.
Now for Friday, the girls' JV basketball team will play at 4. JV boys at 5, varsity girls at 6:30, and varsity boys at 8. All games will be played at Creighton High School.
And on Saturday, there will be a girls' freshman basketball game against Ponca in the Crofton High School gym at 9. Then at 10, the freshman boys will play Ponca in the Crofton High School gym. The varsity wrestling team will head to Wayne High School for a meet at 9 a.m.
And at 6:30, girls varsity basketball will head to the Stanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls against St. Thomas More.
That's all we have for now. Make sure you tune into our new channel, Warrior Way Family, as they kick off their first episode with a very entertaining report on healthy living. I'm Wayne Bilka.
And I'm Zach Weber. Stay classy, Crofton.
Hello, and welcome to Health Center News. I am Raya Ostmeyer, and I will be your host tonight. Today we are discussing childhood obesity. In the U.S. today, youth 2 to 19 years old have an obesity rate of 18.5%. This number varies from group to group. Race and ethnicity affect this number as well. Latino children at 26% and African American at 22% are higher than Caucasian at 14% and Asian at 11%. Here is Jessica Lange with Dr. Arns to tell us more about this national epidemic.
Dr. Arns, the pediatrician at the Yankton Amera Medical Clinic. Dr. Arns, please tell us about the duties of a pediatrician.
Thank you for having me, Jessica. As a pediatrician, I'm involved in the medical care of infants, children, and the adolescents.
What would be the biggest problem facing our nation's youth from an expert's point of view, such as yourselves?
I would definitely have to say obesity has really taken off the last 10 years, with children becoming inactive and having an increase of screen time that has really affected our nations.
Okay, well, what are some ways to combat the epidemic of childhood obesity?
I would say parents have a big role in this. They need to set a good example for their kids by providing them with healthy food, nutritious food, and really encouraging them to get active and be involved.
Okay, so what are some problems that can be associated with childhood obesity?
Oh, there are many, many problems. Some that come to mind are high blood pressure, it can uprise diabetes, gallbladder disease, breathing problems can occur, but it just depends how severe the obesity condition is.
Okay, well, thank you for your time and information, Dr. Arns.
Thank you, Jessica.
Back to you, Raya.
Next up, an inspirational story of how Jessica changed to a healthier lifestyle.
Oh, Mom went shopping. Yeah. Ice cream is my favorite. Chips never get old. Let's wash your hands.
All these nutrients after my workout, it's good.
Welcome back to Health Center News. Now we will go back to Jessica and see what families are doing to stay healthy.
Here I am in studio with David and Hannah, who are the parents of 2 children. They are going to share with us how they promote a healthy living in their household. Welcome, David and Hannah. We are glad to have you here with us.
Thank you for having us.
So what are some simple tips that every family could use to help make their daily lives healthier?
Well, I make a lot of homemade, well-balanced meals. I do not serve anything with artificial preservatives in it, and it's all healthy and has limited sugar.
We live next to a beautiful lake, so, we normally go take hikes and swim and all that fancy stuff.
Okay. So has there been any bumps in the way that have hindered your healthy lifestyle?
Of course, there are always bumps in the road, especially with this kind of lifestyle that we are living. The accessibility on healthy food and the advertisements are everywhere, but it is far and in between.
Technology is taking over our world. People, or kids especially, are, not taking jobs seriously. They always have their nose in a screen. Back in our day, we had to work for our money.
Yes, okay. Wow, that was an amazing parenting story. So thank you for sharing your inspiring tips. Hopefully all of you viewers can learn something from David and Hannah and start implementing them into your lives. Back to you, Raya.
Thank you for watching, and remember these healthy tips when it comes to choosing your lifestyle. Reporting out, Raya Ostermeyer.